Good morning, YouTubers. This is the Faith Fit Farm channel. Welcome to another day. Today we're doing an Azure Pickup later tonight. Azure is an online store where you can get all kinds of really good foods, quality meats, grains in bulk, even like fruits and vegetables and stuff. It's really cool. I just found out about it last fall, and this is not a paid promotion. I don't have advertisers on this channel. But it's super cool. I really want you guys to know about it and to be able to use it if you would like that kind of thing, because we love getting quality groceries. We have decided, Shay and I, that we like to get healthy food. I know that sounds a little weird, but we try to eat Weston A. Price diet, and that's just because we want to take care of our bodies, and Shay's had a lot of different health issues which have involved a lot of food sensitivities, so it really just makes sense for us to get the best quality food we can for our bodies, and we love it. We try to source as much as we can locally, as far as like raw milk and eggs and like beef liver, but there's some things like you just really need to buy, like your grains, and like we go through a lot of meat, so like ground turkey, ground beef, and Azure's been amazing for that. I also do Walmart pickups here and there. I used to do them a ton before I found Azure, but it was just hard for me because I can't get the quality of food that I want from Walmart pickups. So Azure is really the same thing. You just order online. It's simply like you just put it in your cart, check out, and then you can go to the local pickup where a bunch of people meet up and a big truck comes. You unload your stuff and you take it home. It's super easy. I want to show you a little bit around our kitchen because I told you I'd do a kitchen tour, and I just want to show you like how I store some of the bulk foods that we get, because that's the thing. If you're going to get bulk foods, then you need to have a way to store them. We don't have a big kitchen. We don't even have a pantry, so I'm still figuring out how to store some things. Some things are just stuffed in cupboards. So you're going to see the raw and authentic Hannah's kitchen. I just want to say I love our kitchen. It's blue. It's beautiful. We didn't change anything since we moved in. It was already done and it was gorgeous and I loved it. Shay doesn't really like the blue color and he kind of wants to paint it, but I can't honestly come up with a different color that I would rather have it. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know in comments, and maybe someday we'll be painting the kitchen if I can be convinced of a different color. We'll see. Okay, the first thing I want to show you guys is how I store our bulk grains. So underneath the countertop, we have this little space. When we started getting stuff from Azure, I was like, ooh, I bet I could store my grains in bulk containers. So you can see I have flour in this one and oats in this one, and they're super easy. I just pull them out. You can lift it up, and there's a little scooper in there. I love it. It's awesome. These both easily hold a 50-pound bag. That's what I put in there. And I just got those big bins off Walmart, because again, we do shop at Walmart too. And they're awesome for those like home things that you just can't get anywhere else. Up here on the counter, I have usually a big pile of different foods. I like to ferment our grains, so we do sourdough. I often have soaked grains sitting here. Right now I've got oatmeal, or it's usually rice. This is just dry rice, but sometimes I'll put it in a jar. And usually for rice, I'll soak it with water and apple cider vinegar. For the oats, I'm doing lemon juice and water. We have our salt shaker here because we get bulk Himalayan salt from Azure, and it comes like the coarser salt. I don't know if you can tell, but it's cheaper to get it in the coarse grind, but then we have to grind it to put on our food. And so I got this grinder from Walmart. We kind of use Walmart and Azure simultaneously, and it works out great. But I just keep it right here so it's easy to use if we're sitting at the bar and we're wanting to eat like something. We can just put salt on it. I keep our white flour here. Now I don't use a ton of white flour. I'll have to go into the flour we use in a different video. but I do use like white all-purpose organic unbleached for occasional things, like if I'm gonna make a dessert, or like sometimes I'll do sourdough with a white bread if I'm gonna take it somewhere, or like to make gravy, and as a thickener I'll use the white unbleached organic. This is really cool, like little garage thing. That's what it was called, I guess. I don't know. And I keep in here like my mixer, some coconut oil, just some things that would be sitting on the counter that I don't really want people to see. And I love it. Over here is like, I usually have a loaf of sourdough sitting because I make sourdough, and that'll have to be in another video. Guys, I have so many ideas for videos. I usually keep sourdough sitting here. Up in this cupboard, I have like bulk sugars. Obviously, I do not have a good way to store them. It's a mess. Some like, okay, this is carob powder that came from Azure. I put it in a jar. This is organic garlic powder, I believe. And I have onion powder back here. So some of the bulk like spices and like seasonings I can just keep in jars. This is bulk cinnamon that did not come from Azure. I need to find like a jar for it. And then again, this is like baking powder that came from Azure. I need to find a jar for that. So yeah, kind of a mess, but you guys can see like how some of the bulk things come. Another thing I want to show you is I usually have random plastic bags floating around here after I wash dishes. We save our plastic bags. It actually does add up. It might not seem like you're saving a ton of money just washing out your Ziploc bags, but I found like it actually does, I think, save us some money, because when you're buying like plastic bags like every week, like that's like $5 every time, and that like adds up. So it's definitely cuts down on the amount of plastic bags I have to buy. We don't use a ton of them. Like I try to pack Shay's food in something that's like either stainless steel or glass, but obviously you saw like I store sourdough in it, so they're just really handy to have, and they'll last like a while if you just wash them out and reuse them. So a friend showed me that trick and I was like, hey, that's actually like a really good idea. Guys, look who just woke up. Baby waked up from his nappy. Okay, so let's see where we're at. I also want to show you guys my cast iron. I only have a couple cast iron pans, but I love them. We use them so much. We don't really use any other pans. I just keep them sitting here. We have a skillet and a Dutch oven. They work amazing. I just try to keep them seasoned. Obviously the Dutch oven, it rusts really easily, so I don't really know what I'm doing wrong with it. I try to season it pretty often and keep it dried out, but it keeps rusting on me. So if anybody has ideas for that, let me know. But I love using cast iron. It's so natural, makes me feel like a pioneer woman. And I just love how timeless it is, and like the thought that like these pans will last me like the rest of my life, and probably our kids can use them too in the future. Yeah. Also over here you can see I have our lard. We render our own lard that we get from a local butcher whenever they do pork and they have extra lard. We can literally get it for free, and it's amazing. You cannot get like any other like oil like that for free, I feel like. So that is a super good deal. People think that lard is not healthy, but guys, we eat like Weston A. Price. I want to do a whole video on that and why we eat Weston A. Price diet, but do some research and you'll find out like saturated fats are good for you guys. They're good for you. Here I want to show you real quick our canning jar shelf. Our canned goods shelf. It's getting really empty actually. We had it like almost full last fall, and we have flown through all of our canned goods. Another shelf over here, I will show you. That's not in the kitchen. This is the dining room. But you can see this shelf. And it was like pretty full too of canned goods, and so we are getting really low on canned goods, which means that it's canning season soon. So as soon as we get food from the garden, I will be canning and hopefully videoing some of that for you guys to see. Yeah, so that is basically our kitchen, or the things that I at least wanted to show you guys. You may be wondering, where is your fridge? There's a little mini fridge in this kitchen before, but the reason why we took it out was because that was not going to be big enough for us, and the people who were here before too, Shay's Nana and Papa, they also kept a big fridge in the back room. Hey! So now you guys have seen our kitchen and the back room, which is our messy room. I'll have to do another little segment tonight, a video, after we get our Azure Pickup, to show you guys what exactly we got and some of our favorite things. Okay guys, it's later in the day, it's evening now, and Shay's home from work, and we are on our way to go get our Azure Pickup. We're actually almost there. It's like a 45-minute drive, so it's kind of far, but it's a good thing it's only once a month. We're coming up on the place, and we're gonna get a good video, hopefully. I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. Do you wanna unload, or do you want me to? One of us should probably stay with Isaiah in the car.
Should I video you unloading?
Maybe?
I'll video you unloading. How about that?
Okay. We're gonna see how this goes. I didn't unload.
Yeah.
I have not unloaded before.
Yeah.
So. We shall
Wait, is the truck not even here?
Oh, wow. Truck's not even here yet.
We beat the
have
truck.
To wait a little bit, guys.
Guys, this is how Azure Pickup works. A big semi truck comes to a spot near our house, and before everybody can pick up their stuff though, everybody has to take turns and unload everybody else's stuff off the truck and put it next to those, you can see those little clipboards with a paper on it that shows the people's names. So everybody works together to organize and sort out everybody's stuff, and then once that's done, then you can grab your stuff and go home.
Can you say hi, Sarah? You being good boy? Yay!
You guys, we got so much stuff. Oh my goodness. We finally got it all loaded. Gonna be on our way home. Okay guys, we made it. We're back home. Let me show you all the stuff. Look at all this. I am so excited. Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't know that we've ever really got this much, but we definitely needed a lot of groceries because we were almost out. So let me try to like unpack stuff and show you a few things. Okay, yay, I'm so excited. This is our ground beef. This is grass-fed, organic, all the good stuff. We love getting grass-fed beef. I love this brand of ground beef they have on Azure, and they're all 100% like grass-fed, grass-finished, and they even have like a write-up on the Azure website from this brand that explains like what they do for vaccinating the cows, and they try to like give you all the information they can, just so you're aware of the food you're buying and consuming. And they even promise that they will never use an mRNA vaccine on their cows, which is amazing. That's like super important to us, and super worth it to pay for a good quality beef that you know they're treating their cows well. So we love that. I got 2 boxes of the better beef. Ta-da! This is our ground turkey. My goodness, we got a lot of it. Shay actually eats ground turkey every single morning for breakfast. He loves ground turkey, and it actually helps with his blood sugar because he has like hypoglycemia, and he can feel very sick in the mornings if he does not get enough protein. So this is what the inside of a box looks like. These are each 12 ounces, and Shay will eat a whole one of these every morning. So we go through so much ground turkey, it's crazy. There are, I think, 10 of them in a box. So I usually cook up like a whole ton of them at once in my Dutch oven and then just divide it out into little containers for him throughout the week, and he has them for breakfast. So we love the ground turkey. It's pasture raised, it's organic. Yeah, but it's really hard to find pasture raised poultry. So I was super excited I can find this on Azure. So I got enough for him to have every morning for the whole month, and then a few extra. I think I got like 1 or 2 extra boxes for us to eat, because I'll also use it in dinners too. Azure, the way they pack things is they'll like try to save space and to make it easier for unloading. They'll take like a bunch of your stuff that's just like small things and pack them into a big box. They'll like repack it. So you don't really know exactly what you're getting out of here until you open it and see what all you ordered that was smaller stuff. Okay, so we have quinoa. I got a big bag of organic tri-colored quinoa. I got a big bag of pasta, organic semolina pasta. Super excited because I really want macaroni and cheese. I got raw cheese. I am so excited, you guys. This is raw white cheddar. Raw cheese is like extremely hard to find, and I heard Azure has it, so we had not tried this yet, but I'm super excited. Raw milk is extremely important to us, and I can make our own raw butter and yogurt from the raw milk that we get from the local farm, but I am not a cheese maker. Cheese making is a whole nother process, so I'm super excited to try this. It doesn't say much on the package, but I remember like looking on the ad on Azure, and it said like they didn't heat the milk up to like, I don't exactly remember, it was like not above 130 or something degrees, which is really good for raw milk, because that pasteurization temperature is like 165, and so when you get above that, you're like, or when you get to that, you're like killing off all of the good bacteria. And so if you want to like preserve the good qualities of raw milk, then you really don't want to heat it up too much. So I'm excited to try this raw cheese. I also have black lentils that are organic. We're gonna try to incorporate some more lentils for more protein, so hopefully we can spread out our meat a little bit more. Tomato sauce. This is organic tomato basil sauce, and I really liked it because it has like no grams of added sugar, which is really nice. It's like literally just tomatoes and vegetables, some like olive oil. So I was really excited about this. We'll probably use it with the pasta too. I got 3 of these jars. And this is our beef sticks. Now, all of us in our family love beef sticks. Even Isaiah, he's gotten really to the point where he loves beef sticks. We were literally opening these up and eating them on the way home because we were starving. This is Thousand Hills brand grass-fed, 100% grass-fed beef sticks. We actually never tried these from Azure, but like we already tried them on the way home and they were super good. This is a big bag of flour that is actually not for us, it's for my mother-in-law, for Shay's mom. But you can see how the flour comes. I think this is their 25-pound bag, and this is just the all-purpose unbleached white flour. The same thing that I would get and put in our other container. This, last but not least, is something I am extremely excited about, and I'm a little anxious to try. Azure sent out an email like a couple months ago saying they were going to be selling live plants. When I first heard that, I was a little bit like, how is that gonna work? Because everything's coming across the country in a truck, and you're taking live plants that need sun and water. But I read on the reviews, and a lot of things came back. People said they came and arrived in good condition and well alive. So I was like, okay, it's interesting. And then like a couple weeks before I needed to make this order, I was realizing, I really kind of want to grow cabbage this year, but it's a little too late to get seeds and plant cabbage because cabbage should have been started earlier. I was like, should I try to just buy the live plants from Azure? Okay, so we are gonna open this up and see how they came. This is supposed to be 5 live cabbage plants in here. So we're gonna see how they came across the country in a truck. Ta-da! Wow, there's actually, it's a 6-pack. Yeah, I was wondering how they were gonna do 5. They look pretty good. They look a little pale from lack of sun. Not too dried out, a little bit maybe, but I think with some water and if I set them outside, they look like they'll probably be good for planting tomorrow. So that's awesome. Praise the Lord. So that wraps up our Azure haul. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this video. If you liked it, like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and join us again next time for the Faith Fit Farm channel. Have a great day.